How's it flying, guys? Lance Corporal Hawk 30, and welcome to the Fat Files. This is a savagely festive company, Spirit Halloween. I'm acquainted with Spirit Halloween, or at the very least, I know of Spirit Halloween, know what it is, a yearly thing, just out of nowhere, in some places that are for lease, in malls and buildings that aren't being used at that present time. Spirit Halloween just go it manifests into existence to sell the spooky stuff. This is an admission. I've only ever been in one single Spirit Halloween. Once. Yep, see him all over the place. Only ever been in one. So, I'm not 100% certain what all goes on. I just know that they pop up. They pop up like dandelions everywhere. Although I did learn something cool from my girlfriend recently. Apparently, there's a Spirit of Christmas store. Like, owned by the same people, except now, gonna be Christmas. Not even like, oh, spooky Christmas. Like actual, honest-to-God Christmas. Kinda neat. So, I'm curious to see how that's gonna go. I wish them all the best with that. I love Christmas. It's my favorite holiday. It's my favorite time of year. I just wish that as a working adult, I had more time to spend on Christmas stuff and enjoy the movies and the cartoons that brought me joy as a kid and listen to the music. But it doesn't feel like a month is... It doesn't feel like a month is enough time to fully enjoy that. But this... Anyways, I'm going to get too far off track. This is Halloween. This is Halloween. This is Halloween. Also, real quick, can you guys please let me know what you think of this new format with the green screen and all that, and let me know how it's doing, what it looks like. Is it something that seems like it's going to work as a permanent fixture, or at least as a long-term fixture for me doing reactions? That way, instead of a video being up in the corner, I'm just overlaying it. You know, it's one single file, so a little bit less in the editing process. But anyways, yeah. I'm gonna stop wasting time, and also, real quick, reason why I'm doing this newest video instead of catching up on the other few that I'm behind on is, I forgot you guys can't see, like, I've got myself flipped around, plus, out of camera. Anyways, yeah. Yeah, you guys, just let me know all that stuff. But anyways, yeah, if I waited to save this till the end, it would be past Halloween. And it would be out of season reaction. So I'm going to go ahead and react to a savagely festive company, Spirit Halloween, today, by the Fat Electrician. Link to the original video will be in the description, so please, as always, make sure you guys have seen it before you watch my original reaction to it. With that out of the way, let us go ahead and go.
Bombarded by the sounds of children crying. All right, it's October, meaning we've got about 45 seconds until we're all bombarded by the sounds of children crying and in-laws complaining, all while Mariah Carey, All I Want for Christmas,
don't!
In the background for the next 2 months of our lives.
Do not invoke her. Do not let the SCP out early.
Just completely unable to hear our own thoughts.
Yeah.
But in the meantime, today we're talking about Spirit Halloween.
Is this... I think this is his first spooky-themed anything. That was a nice little twist on the intro with the quack bang.
You know, the Halloween store that pops up in the abandoned Kmart every year and sells a bunch of single-use costumes that have funky names because they don't want to actually pay for a license for a famous character.
Hold on. I gotta read all those. Upset Fire includes your sergeant. Does not include... That's great.
Names because
Mexican podcaster. Freaking Eli. Includes flip-flops, other ethnical backgrounds. Guts, cuddle, pillow. Oh, I guess he's a Berserk fan.
Because they don't want to actually...
Veteran with cardboard. Includes cardboard, Sharpie, random disdain from VFW. Okay. Oh, man.
Pay for a...
Average Iowan. Includes hat, jeans, bush light, more bush light. Okay. Okay, there are a couple faces so far I don't recognize, so fill me in on the ones I don't get. This guy and the veteran with the cardboard.
License for a
House MILF. Oh, his wife. House MILF. Includes 2 massive personalities. Does not include bad attitude, credit card uses out the shade.
His character. That
Totally. Totally not gay couple. Includes almost congressman, almost congressional side piece, honorary veteran status, badge included. I saw a bit of that clip.
that place. All right, just so we're on the same page, it's going to sound like I'm talking smack about Spirit Halloween a lot throughout this video. I'm not, okay? A, I respect the hustle. B, I'm absolutely fascinated with how savage this business model actually is.
Is he in the unsubscribed podcast location, or is he changing venues? And if he changed his setup, is that in one of the videos I haven't reacted to yet?
Speaking of business, let's go ahead and get this ad out of the way.
And now a word from our sponsor,
Hello.
Delete Me.
Delete me! Did I do it right?
No, you were supposed to walk from the other side of the room just like I had to.
Work smarter, not harder.
This is why I never finish.
I heard that.
You forgot the light.
Oh, hey. Thanks. Anyways, Delete Me. Super straightforward business. You give them money, they turn around.
Get you a woman that will do stuff with you like this, that's willing to shill whatever product you're doing, that you're sponsoring or being sponsored by. I can't English if you guys can't tell, but just like that's relationship goals right there. Someone willing to put up with your shit for that.
And they make sure the data brokers aren't selling your personal information on the internet. So here's how this happens. Pretty much anytime you use a free app or internet service, that app or service isn't actually free. What they're doing is they're harvesting your personal information, then they turn around, they sell it to data brokers, and then the data brokers sell it to anybody that has money. The good news is these data brokers are legally required to stop selling your personal information if you formally ask them to. The problem is there's a bunch of different data brokers, and they all have a different process for you to formally request that they quit selling your information. That's where Delete Me comes in. Delete Me monitors all the biggest data brokers for your personal information, and as soon as it comes up for sale, they automatically write in and have them take it down as soon as possible. And then as long as you're subscribed to Delete Me, they will continue to monitor, checking and rechecking for your personal information at these data brokers over and over and over again to make sure if they do ever come in contact with your data again, they have to delete it again. So if that's something you'd be interested in, I will have a link and a discount code down below.
I'm absolutely interested. I just haven't.
Our story begins in the early.
Well, there's a lot of reasons I could say as to why I have it. There's always something coming up. But right now, the current thing is saving up money for my dog to get a surgery. So
1980s with the founder of Spirit Halloween, a guy by the name of Joe Marver. And no, I'm not about to tell you the story about some dude that grew up and his favorite holiday was Halloween and he wanted to run a costume store and he overcame adversity to run the biggest costume store in the world. No, he was running a normal brick and mortar women's apparel store known as Spirit Women's Discount Apparel.
Okay, that's a way to do it. One little side note, the closest I've come to actively being in Spirit Halloween, like, obviously I said at the beginning I've only been in it once, but when I worked at Value Village, for those from my area that might not know, or from abroad, that is basically like Goodwill. Every year we get brand new Halloween stuff to put on display, not just used Halloween costumes that will come in through donations, but also brand spanking new Halloween outfits. So that was the closest to my Spirit Halloween experience, was 3 years of being at Value Village during Halloween. It was like the biggest selling time of year for us. Like, no joke, it sold more. Spirit Halloween probably sold more, or no, the Halloween time probably had higher sales for us than even Christmas, I think, if I'm not mistaken, at least at my store where I worked at.
And then one October in like 1981, 1982, there was this locally owned pop-up Halloween store that would go into the empty business right next door to him, and he noticed that they were getting more traffic and more customers in that single month than he was getting all year long. And Joe, being an entrepreneur, immediately recognizes how brilliant this business strategy actually is, because a significant portion of the revenue that a company makes during the entire year is actually made just during the holiday season, right? It's the end of the year. It's the playoffs. It's the Super Bowl. It's where you're getting the most bang for your buck.
'Tis the season to be merry.
Well, that's my name.
Oh, shit.
And this Halloween store is essentially
I haven't seen that
skipping
movie.
all the regular season games and just showing up straight to the playoffs like it's a championship, making a ton of money, and then dipping out and taking the other 10 months of the year off. It's brilliant. Now that in itself is enough, but then you look at what these Halloween stores are selling and it makes it that much more appealing because they have extremely low expectations, right? This is basically a single serving Halloween costume, right? Nobody needs to be dressing up like a slutty nurse multiple times. This costume needs to function for like the 4 to 6 hours that you're going to be wearing it during Halloween, and then you're going to throw it in the trash. And guess what? Because you're only wearing that costume
donate
for
it.
one night, you don't really care if it's comfortable. You don't really care if it fits that great. Just the standard for the product that they have to sell, there is no standard. The bar for that is in hell. Okay, nobody cares. Everybody that goes into a Spirit Halloween knows beyond the shadow of a doubt they're basically buying garbage.
Spudnik.
Wow, I don't have the worst costume anymore.
And there's absolutely nothing wrong with that because everybody knows exactly what they're getting into, okay? It's like Little Caesars Pizza, right? What's their slogan? Hot and ready. Is it good pizza? Motherfucker, it's hot and it's ready and it costs $5. Do you want it or not? You know what you're getting into. And I know what you're thinking, what about Karen, right? We all have that one aunt. Our mom has that one friend. We all know that woman that has the audacity to go to a restaurant, eat the entire entree, and then bitch that it wasn't cooked right, trying to get a discount, if not get the entire thing for free. That's the beauty of the entire thing. The entire business model has anti-Karen technology integrated right in, right? Because guess what? You can't be dissatisfied with how your Halloween costume performed until after Halloween. And guess what's gonna happen after Halloween when Karen rolls up in her white Suburban ready to berate a bunch of retail workers about how itchy
they're gonna be gone.
His eczema is after wearing his fucking costume.
They're gonna be closed, they're gonna be gone.
Nothing's gonna happen because it's an empty fucking building now. They're gone.
Sorry.
These temporary Halloween stores literally get to roll up during the holiday season, the busiest, most profitable time of the year, and open a new store, increasing traffic because everybody wants to go check out the new store, and they open it under the pretenses that they're having a going out of business sale, which also increases the amount of foot traffic and people that want to go to this store. And then they make all their money and then they fucking dip. It's absolutely brilliant. It's so good. It feels like it's a bank heist, but it's completely above the table and fair game. So Joe, being an entrepreneur, recognizes this and is like, yo, I'm gonna do that from now on. And in 1983, he converts Spirit Women's Discount Apparel into Spirit Halloween. He makes over 6 figures in like 6 weeks. And then he's like, yeah, I'm doing this from now on. From there, every year he opens up more and more Spirit.
That was back in the 80s. 6 figures back in the 80s? A lot more? Like, then again, like what 6... Either way, it's a lot more now, but like, what are we talking 6 figures? Are we talking 100,000? Are we talking like 500,000, 800,000? Like, what's the figure? I'm curious.
At Halloween stores in his region, and then by the 1990s, he's operating like 60 stores every single year. And in 1999, he actually gets bought out by Spencer's Gifts. From there, he kind of becomes a CEO for a little bit. Now I still believe he sits on the board, but from here is where things really start to take off for the company, and they get absolutely huge. Fast forward to 2024, they're operating 1,500 of these stores all over the country, and they're not just like small retail places on Main Street in small town America. No, these are like abandoned Kmarts that are at least 10,000 square feet or more. Okay, I'm gonna say that a little bit slower
Big
because
locations.
I don't feel like you're picking up what I'm putting down. Okay, Spirit Halloween manages to open, operate, and close down 1,500 10,000 square foot retail spaces in the span of 8 to 6 weeks. Okay, do you understand how fucking crazy that is? Spirit Halloween has some of the best logistical capabilities of any entity on the planet. Off the top of my head, the only ones that are competing with Spirit Halloween are like the United States military and Amazon Prime. That's it. Those are the only people that have better logistics.
I was about to say I'm kind of surprised to use the military as an example, but then again, they're pretty quick at popping things up, and Amazon Prime, yeah, that's kind of a given.
In this fucking Halloween store. And what's crazy is there's still an even more impressive aspect to this business because most of their full-time employees are on this realty team, and this realty team goes around and gets all the leases for these 1,500 locations, right? Do you understand the ability of those realtors to close a deal? It's absolutely insane. Just so we're all on the same page, these realtors' full-time job is to track down and find companies that have gone out of business and still have their retail space. And then they roll up being like, hey, I work for Spirit Halloween. Here's my business card. You like that? That logo of the Grim Reaper as I'm coming to visit you after your business just died? By the way, that's not the Grim Reaper. That's Jack the Reaper. It's a play on Jack the Ripper. Haha, puns. Anyways, sorry your business just died, but I had an interesting proposal. What if I throw a Halloween party inside of its corpse?
Is Sears?
It's
Yeah.
literally the commercial real estate equivalent of like donating your body to science, right? They're just rolling up to old Best Buys and Kmart's like, hey, you're not selling flat screens in here anymore. Let me get some animatronic skeletons and shit in here. Sell some fake blood.
It's a business model that works, apparently.
The entire business model is hilarious because it seems like this savage cutthroat business model, but actually literally nobody's getting hurt because it's like, what else are you going to do with that empty retail space? You know what I mean? Like, you get to make a couple of bucks. All the people in town get to drag their little 3 to 5 year old kids to see the haunted house while they buy their Halloween costume, and then they fuck off till next year. Like, there's no losers in the entire equation.
Yeah,
and
like,
it shows because they are making a ton of money in a 6-week span. Last year, they made $1.1 billion in 6 weeks, okay? That's like $23 million a day. That's $220,000 per employee. Now, granted, that's revenue, not profit. I'm sure they have a ton of overhead on top of that, but it's still impressive that they're making $1.1 billion in 6 weeks. A couple of other interesting things about Halloween. They absolutely do not like being made fun of. How do I know this? Well, because the infamous Saturday Night Live skit where they did like a 3-minute bit making fun of Spirit Halloween, and then Spirit Halloween retaliated by tweeting this.
Damn! We are great at raising things back from the dead. Irrelevant 50-year-old TV show includes dated references, unknown cast members. Ouch! Shrinking ratings. SNL 50th anniversary season. Ooh. It's like, they are the Wendy's of retailers, apparently. Jeez.
I wonder if they're going to make a fat electrician costume next. You know what? I'll do it.
I'm a piece of fucking white trash. I say it proudly. Here, tell these people.
Hold on. I want to get to where I can see it closer.
Next. You know what? I'll do it.
Chubby Electron guy includes slightly successful YouTube, hatred for communism, twice torn pec. Ooh, I remember. That's right. I remember him saying that. Abundance of tattoos, right off couch.
Piece of fucking white trash, I say it proudly. Here, tell these people something they don't know about me.
All right, let's end this on the high note. Spirit of Halloween, in addition to making a ton of money, also runs a children's charity known as Spirit of Children. And since 2006, they have raised over $146 million, as well as provided all the costumes and necessities for these children's hospitals to be able to throw Halloween parties every single year. So in conclusion, that is Spirit Halloween, probably the most wholesomely savage company on the planet. They literally show up with their Grim Reaper logo, offer to throw a Halloween party in the ruins of your failed business, make a ton of money, and then dip out before Karen can show up wanting to return the product. And then they donate a bunch of money to children's hospitals and then get ready to do it all over again next year. Thank you for watching. Best way to support the channel is go buy some merch over at thefatelectrician.com.
Oh, he's got the
Black Bang out.
Undignified Gorilla shirt.
I wonder how much money Mariah Carey makes in royalties every single holiday season.
Ah! That woman does not need to work a day the rest of her life. She is set every freaking year. Good Lord, no. That is nuts. That it's this insane. You know? Yeah, that's a lot. That's... I think that's the scariest part that Mariah Carey makes. The scariest part of this whole video, Mariah Carey makes $3 million in 2 months. Man, if I made $3 million in a year, I could stretch that out to last multiple years. At least, I want to say at least 10, but I don't know. Gotta account for helping family out and stuff like that. Not from the relatives you never see, but just, you know. But yeah, Spirit Halloween, very interesting business model. I do wonder, how much... I do wonder how much people make there in that short amount of time. Like, the yearly employees. I don't know. I'm curious how long they can last with that job and then have to get another job afterwards. I don't know. But anywho, that was a fascinating video to watch. And yeah, a lot of insight. I don't have much more to comment. I'm ready to go play some Zelda. Yeah, I finally got started on Twilight Princess, but I also got to record the new Zelda game. But anyways, that's neither here nor there in regards to this reaction. What did you guys think? Let me know in the comments down below. Like if you enjoyed. Comment what your experiences at Spirit Halloween are. Subscribe if you're new, and tap the bell to get notified whenever I upload a video so you don't miss any reactions, gameplay, or otherwise from me. Also, go check out my Discord. Link is in the description. Come join, we'll talk. Post memes, songs, videos, artwork. You can self-promote your own stuff and just have some fun. This has been Lance Hawk 30, signing off.